Hey, what is going on, guys? It's DK back at you with another video here to break down the 4-game NBA main slate here on Sunday. A couple things before we get in the video. Again, we're over 1.7 thousand subscribers now. Thank you guys all so much for all the support. Two, if you're new to the channel, doing a weekly giveaway where all you have to do is like and a comment in the video. It's one entry in the giveaway. Max one comment though per video. It starts with my Monday night showdown video that I had up at the beginning of the week. Goes out the week and I'll end of my Monday night video that I'll have up probably later tonight. So how it works is however many videos up for the week, you can enter the giveaway that many times. Say I have 10 videos up for the week, you can enter the giveaway 10 times. The winner receives $20 PayPal from myself. With that out of the way, let's jump in the videos. First, let's look back at my lineup from Saturday. So I stuck to GPPs here because I really like that game stack with the Pelicans and the Rockets. So I went with Lonzo, NAW, Ingram, Montrez, Rashawn Holmes, Russell Westbrook, Kaminsky, and James Harden. So the reason I stuck to GBPs is because I was playing NAW over Josh Hart. If I was going to play cash, I was going to play Josh Hart for sure there, but I like the game stack, and I wanted to get risky, right? I took the shot in NAW. Obviously, it was a huge letdown. Played less minutes with Drew Holiday out. Thought those minutes would go up a bit on him. He actually played less, and yeah, just didn't do a whole lot. No, I think he played 12 minutes, so obviously very frustrating. Josh Hart was very good, though. I think he had like 37 fantasy points, something like that, so if I just play Josh Hart there, I win big, right? I cashed in the small tournament, just missed in my $100 single entry, so kind of frustrating there. Westbrook and Harden, right? I paired them. I really like that game stack. So Lonzo and Ingram are both low owned. If you guys watched my video, you guys knew I liked those guys. 15% for Ingram, 14% for Lonzo, and then I plugged in Harden and Westbrook there. Kaminsky was another guy I talked about, right? I talked about him and Montrezl Harrell. Both were really good. With both teams wanting to go small ball, talked about that. So Frank Kaminsky, only 25% owned, put up 37. Montrez was 9%, put up 43. Obviously, Holmes is a bit of a letdown there. That game turned into a huge blowout. He didn't get as much run as I thought he would. And then obviously, again, NAW, the huge letdown there at only 2 fantasy points. So let's look into this 4-game slate really quick. I know kind of behind schedule here. We only got about 2.5 hours until lock for NBA, so I'm going to try to get this up as fast as I can. Okay, so let's look at the over-unders and the spread really quick before getting the prices. So this Golden State-Oklahoma City game not on the main slate. So Brooklyn-Memphis sitting at 224.5 with Nets favored by 5. Heat Timberwolves is at 224 with the Timberwolves favored by 7. Portland-Dallas sitting at 220.5 with Dallas favored by 2.5. And the Hornets-Lakers sitting at 217 with Lakers favored by 13 points. So there's some blow risk in that one. So as always, let's start with center here. I like a lot of bigs on the slate. I think I'm going to try to jam in as many of these guys as I can. Anthony Davis at the top of 10.4K is huge upside. The risk is this game could turn into a blowout, right? 13 and a half? 13 points? Yeah, so there's obviously risk this game turns into a blowout. But Anthony Davis, if it stays close, then could have a huge game here against the Hornets. Look what Karl-Anthony Towns just did to that team, right? Now, Towns in a match against Miami, I just love him, right? 73, 82 fantasy points. He eats up all the usage in the offense. They just feed him, and yeah, 10.1K is not enough. So I think he's probably going to be the most chalky play in the slate, but I love his upside here. I think the only way really he doesn't get you there if he gets in foul trouble. Porzingis at 8.2K, kind of like the price tag in him. Put up 5 blocks the last time. The concern is he's not going to play huge minutes, right? Only 29 minutes first couple of games, so that is the downside in Porzingis. He's not going to play like 35 to 40 minutes. Now, Whiteside here is a guy that I like the price tag in him. Another guy that's not going to play huge minutes, but probably 25 or so, right? 26 the first couple of games. Put up over 40 fantasy points the first few games here too. So the concern with him last year with Miami was we just never knew when he was going to get minutes. I think we can safely project again like 25 to 26 minutes like he's been getting at 7.4K. Definitely viable as well. Now Bam Adebayo here at 7K. He did close that last game with 38 minutes against Milwaukee. Put up 50 fantasy points. Wish that would have happened here against Memphis. We could have had a huge day when I played him, but the price tag I really like, right? And Minnesota runs big with Cat. They're going to need Bam out there a good amount. The concern is foul trouble risk, right? Definitely foul trouble risk. Cat is very aggressive offensively, as we know. So the risk is that Bam gets in foul trouble. If he stays out of foul trouble, I think he could have a huge day because Karl-Anthony Towns, good in offense, one of the worst defenders. So yeah, I think Bam, the risk, right? The foul trouble risk. If he stays out of foul trouble, love his upside. Jaren Jackson Jr. at 6.5K, same thing, right? With Bam, I think I prefer Bam to him, but if he stays out of foul trouble, could have a pretty big day here at 6.5K. Jonas Valanciunas, I think he's still going to be limited. So unless we know that the minutes restriction will be lifted, I don't think I could go there. Now, if it does get lifted, then I would like him a good amount here at 6.4K. But I think he's still going to be on that like 15 to 20 minutes limit, so don't think I want to go there. PJ Washington, all the guys in the Hornets are kind of in that 5 to 6K range. The concern is, again, this game could turn into a blowout. The bench has been kind of doing well for the Hornets as well. Devontae Graham has been playing really well, so don't hate PJ Washington, just don't know if I want to go there. Jarrett Allen at 5.6. Again, I like these power forward eligible. The price is pretty fair, right? Going to probably play 25 to 30 minutes, so I think he's viable. Now, Cody Zeller going to come back here at 5.3K. Missed the last game due to personal reasons, and the Lakers run really big, right? Anthony Davis, McGee, they got Dwight, so Cody Zeller here at 5.3K. Don't mind him. Again, the concern is this game could turn into a blowout, but I think he's going to be asked to play some big minutes if the game stays close. McGee, Dwight Howard, but a little bit disappointing here for the Lakers' first couple of games. Only played 12 minutes that last time out, but we know like the upside's there in him, right? We saw it in the preseason, we saw it last year, so he's a guy that can get you there in 15 to 20 minutes, but hasn't really flashed for the last few games here. Now, Kelly Olynyk at 4.4K, I do kind of like that. Derrick Jones Jr. currently listed as doubtful, so Kelly Olynyk will probably pick up a little more minutes here. He's a guy that's going to come off the bench and be aggressive, so I do kind of like that price tag on him. DeAndre Jordan at 4.4K, don't hate it. Not going to play huge minutes, but the price tag makes him play. Same thing with Dwight Howard, right? Myers Leonard at 3.4K. Did play 24 minutes in the last game, put up 20 fantasy points. I think I would prefer to pay the extra 1,000 for Kelly Olynyk. I think the upside is a little bit higher in him, but if you really need a cheap guy, I guess you don't hate Myers Leonard. And I think that's basically it. Biyombo going to pick up the start for Cody Zeller, but with Cody Zeller back, I don't want to go there. Power forward, I'm going to already talk about a lot of these guys. Kuzma, he's out. That questionable. I don't know why this is questionable. He's out, so don't play Kuzma. Covington's a guy at 5.7K. He's viable. The minutes were a little bit of concern there. Only put 18 minutes in the last game. But he's a guy that can get you some rebounds. We saw in the preseason. 5.7K, he's knocking out threes. He's okay in the mid-range. Same thing with Taurean Prince. Again, these Hornets guys are all kind of in that 5 to 6K range. Bridges is viable. Again, the concern is this game turns into a blowout. Let's see. Marvin Williams, do not want to go there. Maxi Kleber at 4.4K. Did play 33 minutes in the last game against the Pelicans. 24 and 33. I think he's going to be somewhere in between that for minutes-wise. And at 4.4K, that's viable as a cheaper play. Jay Crowder, a player you're not going to get excited about, but 30 and 31 minutes the last couple of games. Put up 24 and 29 fantasy points. So, again, he's another cheap guy you got to consider here for sure. Derrick Jones Jr., don't think he's going to be good to go for this one. So that's going to be some more minutes to go around for guys like Winslow, maybe Dunn and Hero pick up a few extra minutes. Again, Kelly Olynyk probably. Trayvon Graham is okay at 3.7K, a guy that doesn't have huge upside, but he's going to play 30 minutes. He's worth considering as a cheap option. Kyle Anderson at 3.5K. I would like it if he was playing more minutes, but still a guy that can get you there in limited time. So another value guy you got to consider. Let's see. Are there any other really cheap options down here? So Dorian Finney-Smith at 3K, another guy that not a super high usage guy, but the minutes have been okay for him. 32 in the first game, only 22 the last game, but 24 and 19 fantasy points. If he's going to play somewhere between that, like 20 to 30 minutes at min price, yeah, I think he's viable. Again, not a guy that has huge upside, but it's just, if the minutes going to be there at flat minimum price, don't hate him as a value play. Small forward, again, LeBron, the risk is this game turns into a blowout, but if it stays close, we know the upside's there with LeBron, right? Jimmy Butler, still going to be out for this one, so guys like Winslow, Hero, Dunn, all get a pretty big boost. Winslow's kind of been the main guy here, playing huge minutes too, 37 and 41 minutes, 49 and 38 fantasy points. So if he's going to continue to play this type of minutes, obviously no Derrick Jones Jr., so that's more minutes to go around. So yeah, I think Winslow pretty solid here at 7.2. LeVert at 6.8 is okay. I think I prefer a guy like Winslow though for a little bit more. Again, Wiggins 2 scoring dependent for my liking. Dwayne Bacon at 5.8K. All those Hornets guys kind of played limited minutes because it was a blowout. Again, the concern is this game turns into a blowout. If it stays close, some of these Hornets guys could have a big game. Let's see. Other options. Danny Green. The Lakers guys, besides Anthony Davis and LeBron, are really hard to trust. I guess if you want to go there, I just want to feel great about it. Let's see. Other options. Gudrich, I think that's how you pronounce his name. A guy that hasn't played huge minutes, but 24 and 17 fantasy point, or 24 and 17 minutes. I guess you can consider him. I think I prefer a guy like Dorian Finney-Smith though. I think that's basically it. So let's move on to shooting guard. Shooting guard Doncic at the top is great, right? Triple-double upside every single time he plays. He plays big minutes, 34, 38 minutes if this game stays close. Love the upside in Luka here. Definitely one of my favorite studs of the day for sure. CJ at 6.6K is viable. He hasn't really flashed upside yet in these first couple games, but we know it's in him. So don't hate the price tag on him. Guy like Tyler Hero should be asked to play some solid minutes here with no Jimmy Butler. 34 and 32 minutes each of the first couple of games. He hasn't had huge fantasy performances, but we know if a shot's falling, he can get you there. So 5.6K, I think he's very fair here. Kendrick Nunn, too, at 5.3K. Like the price tag on him. Probably going to play close to 30 minutes. And yeah, 5.3K is not, the price is not coming up on him enough. 35 and 37 fantasy points. So I do like Kendrick Nunn there at 5.3K. DeLon Wright, the minutes were, he was at 21 in the game against Washington, but played 32 in the game against the Pelicans. If he's going to play like 30 or so minutes, then yeah, I kind of like DeLon Wright here at 5K. The risk is, again, Carlisle's rotation sometimes can be, they're hard to predict. But a guy like Jalen Brunson I do like as well here at 4K. Probably one of my favorite value plays. Again, 25 to 30 minutes, I think. And at 4K, he's a guy that doesn't necessarily have to score to get you there. Can get you rebounds, assists. So 4K, I do like him a good amount as a value play. Now, Devontae Graham has had 2 really good games here off the bench. Again, this game could definitely turn into a blowout. He's still playing minutes even in close games. So at 4.6K, he's viable. I think he's going to be really popular today, though, because of all, 42 and 34 fantasy points the first couple of games. If I think the ownership's going to get too high in him, I think I'll fade. Because, again, Rozier is the guy. Rozier had a bad game the first game, then got in foul trouble the second game. So that is the slight concern that maybe Devontae Graham's minutes go down a bit. But, again, if the team turns into a blowout, I think it'll be an extended run. Other options, like KCP, Avery Bradley, you're just not going to feel great about the secondary pieces for the Lakers, at least in my opinion. Like, I'd much prefer playing Brunson there at 4K. I think that's kind of it for shooting guards. Let's move on to point guard. Already talked about LeBron, Doncic, Kyrie at 9.3K is okay. I think I'm going to prefer a guy like Luka Doncic, though, over him. Lillard at 9.1, definitely viable as well. Over 50 fantasy points the last couple of games. You could definitely play him as part of a game stack, Lillard and Doncic, for sure. John Morant at 6.7, just the minutes, right? 25, 28 minutes. I would like it if he's playing mid-30s minutes, so I don't think I want to go there. Now, Terry Rozier is interesting at 6.4K. Again, he had a bad game that first game, and then got in foul trouble. Only played 18 minutes against Minnesota. But in 18 minutes, put up 11 points, 10 assists. So he's kind of risky, right? The upside's high in him, but the floor is kind of low. If this game stays close, I think it's going to be because of a big game from Rozier. So I wouldn't mind going there for GPPs. I think he's going to go very low owned, but the upside is there on him. And again, I think a lot of people are going to go Devontae Graham over Rozier. And if I think that the ownership's going to get high enough on Devontae Graham, I think I would pivot and look to a guy like Rozier, at least for GPPs, right? We know the upside's pretty high on him. Goran Dragic at 5.4K, definitely viable as well. Played 35 minutes that last time out. Now, if he's going to continue to play 20 to 25 to 35 minutes, like somewhere in that range, at 5.4K, yes, 100% viable. So a lot of these Miami Heat guys get a boost with a no Jimmy Butler. And then, again, Derrick Jones Jr., that's more minutes to go around. So a guy like him, Nunn, Tyler Hero, all viable here at, in the mid 5K range. Jeff Teague at 5.3K is okay. It's just, kind of Karl Anthony Towns, and that's it for me, at least in Minnesota. Dinwiddie off the bench is okay at 4.9K. Don't know if I want to go there. Tyus Jones at 4.4K. Mint's not going to be huge, but he's another cheap value you can consider. I think I prefer a guy like Brunson, though, for a little bit less. Malik Monk at 3.6K. Maybe gets a little extra run with no Batum, but again, not going to feel great about it. Guy like Quinn Cook and Caruso, both very, very bad games. The last time out, Quinn Cook played 21 minutes, got 9 fantasy points. Caruso got 20 minutes and 3 fantasy points. You could look there for GPPs. I think these guys can go a lot lower owned. We know the upside is there in these guys, but just playing alongside LeBron and AD, it's hard. So, I don't necessarily think I would feel confident targeting those guys. And I think that's basically it. So, again, my preferred build right now is I want to get a lot of these bigs in my lineup. Real like Towns, right? The risk with AD is the blowout, but if it stays close, love him. Whiteside, Bam. Like, there's a lot of good bigs I want, and I really like Luka Doncic there at 9.5K as well. So I think my preferred build as of right now is kind of the stars and scrubs approach. But yeah, that's about it. So I will actually be live streaming for this slate probably 30 minutes before lock on my YouTube channel, so be on the lookout for that. But yeah, thanks again for coming to check out the video, guys. I really appreciate it. Again, I'll be live on my YouTube channel probably 30 minutes before lock, so be on the lookout for that. So yeah, thanks again, guys, and I will see you in the live stream.